DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood-altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky beat. What is up, mixers? Welcome back to another episode of the MIXINVIXENS. My name is Emily, also known as Mil Nikon, and let's say hello to our other lovely Vixens. First off, let's pick on, we've got Jennifer, also known as the E-Juice Fairy. Hey!
How's everybody doing?
Hello. And then
tuning in from Florida over here.
Nice. How's Florida?
It's actually a lot colder than I thought it was, so I'm not prepared.
Oh,
because I was kind of looking forward to wearing, shorts, and it's like 60, which is
okay.
still cold for me.
Yeah, that's pretty cold for you. And then we also have Lumi. Hello, Lumi, our newest edition of our Vixens.
Hi.
Hi, Lumi. How are you?
I'm peachy.
Peachy. That's what I like to hear. And we have the lovely Rin Vapes. How you doing, girl?
Hi.
Hello. And last but certainly not least, we've got JJ, also known as the Flavor Pro.
Good evening. How are you, Emily?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Frantically trying to get everything ready right before the show and had toddler issues.
Oh, toddler issues.
Do you run around the house partially naked before the show too?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not the only one.
You aren't the only one.
I put on my socks and I put on this shirt and then I had my underwear on, of course, and then I put on my shoes and I started running through the house and I was like, I'm forgetting my pants again.
You're forgetting something. Pants are overrated, you know?
Pants. You have to wear pants. It's so freaking cold here. I'm wearing fuzzy pants.
I am too.
It's actually not too bad here. It's around in the 50s. So
I think it's like 17 outside right now.
Oh, wow.
That's Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
She's not a full Canadian. You don't have to do that conversion yet.
Yeah, but for the audience members, we're talking Fahrenheit because,
yeah,
we're over here.
Yeah, I still have a tough time translating Fahrenheit to Celsius. I just can't get the hang of it. I think like if you start with Celsius, you like double it and add 30 and it'll get you Fahrenheit. But like the other way going back, and I don't like I should be able to know, okay, subtract 30 and then have it, but it's tough.
I just know 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much as far as I go.
Yep.
I learned Celsius because of my computer. It reads it off the temperature of my computer in Celsius. So that's how I learned. It still takes me a little bit to do that conversion, but I'll be like, oh, okay.
What's tough for me is when you go to distance, like kilometers and miles and stuff. I have no clue.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I just do miles. I just do everything in miles and in country miles, which is totally different measurement that, you have to be from the country to understand.
Yes, it takes you this long to get there. We don't really calculate in miles just how long it actually takes you to get there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always say, you're going to go down the road. I live by landmarks. So I have to know, and when you get to this street, you're going to see a McDonald's on this corner and you're going to see KFC on the other. And when you get there, that is Ward Boulevard. Then you hang a right. And then
Then you just tell him, put it into Google and figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah. So
I
did
think
everyone
I'm
have,
trying to pop out chat, and I'm not sure if I'm successful or if I actually just closed it. No, I was successful. Woohoo me. Got it. It worked. Not that I look at chat that often, but maybe I will today since I'm streaming from my phone. How was this week's mixing for you girls?
I loved it. I have a soft spot in my heart for anything peach, and so it was a lot of fun.
I'm not quite satisfied with what I mixed. It's okay.
Addie Tooney says my internet's better. I'm using my phone, Addie, so I have really good internet speed for my phone. But from what I hear, my visual's not that good. But I don't have a lot of lighting in here either. These kids, this is a bachelor pad my son lives in. It's 4 guys that live together. So it's 4 bedrooms, and they're really stingy. I never realized just how tight boys are. But those boys, if I walk in a room and I leave the kitchen light on, they go right behind me and turn it off. I'm constantly walking in the dark here, but they hate a light bill. Their goal is to have a $30 a piece light bill a month.
It's amazing how conscientious they are once they actually live on their own.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It definitely was not like that at my house.
I sometimes used to be like that, but then ever since my husband started working graveyard shifts, I turn every freaking light on in that house. Nobody's coming to fuck with this house.
It's okay. I flip every light on as I'm walking through. So.
Yeah, but we've got we got the hue, so it's automatically turns on, like when the sun sets, and then we just kind of forget about it, and then we just tell Google to turn the lights out when like the last person leaves the room. So
I do occasionally have the habit of flipping the switch off, which my husband loves so very much. He'll be in the shower and I'll just start flipping lights off occasionally. He'll be like, "Excuse me," and I'll be like, "You're excused," and I'll keep walking out.
I've done that. I'll flip a light switch off, like the bathroom light switch, because it's on the outside as I'm walking by, and Meg's like, "Hey, oops."
I'm scared of the monsters under the bed, so I leave all the lights on.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, somebody Frictionist says he's missing. I'm looking at chat, y'all. He says he's missing the Eagles game right now.
Oh, that's dedication. He's willing to miss the Eagles game for us.
Yeah,
love you.
Baseball's the devil. You don't need it.
Did anyone have any fun this weekend? Anyone do anything cool?
Not this weekend. I went to the rally last weekend, as a lot of you guys know. I was asked yesterday, actually, my daughter just asked me if I was taking any time during Thanksgiving, because I went to the rally, so that I had to take a couple days. I took 2 days off of work to do that. Then I went to work one day, and the next day hopped on a plane, came to Florida for my son's surgery. And now I go home tomorrow afternoon. So I go to work Tuesday. I work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then I'm off Friday till Thanksgiving. My daughter says, "So did you work in November?" I mean, usually you take Christmas time off, but what, this year you just took November off? I was like, shut up.
Yeah,
just eat your Cheetos and shut up. Let me have my time off.
Yeah, I didn't do anything fun this weekend either. I did some laundry and changed the bed and whatnot, but nothing fun. Just boring weekend stuff.
Well, I got to see my mom, and I get to see my siblings and my son. And I actually, JJ, I teased Phil Busardo yesterday because I wasn't sure where I was going to stream today. I was pretty sure I was streaming from here. And I was like, "Hey, Phil, how about let me go to your house and we'll stream from there." He didn't even, his little head hasn't even dropped on the Facebook Messenger, so he didn't even see it. But I was like, that would be cool.
I don't think he's actually in Florida at the moment, is he?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, because one of Michael's roommates loved my Z-Bip, and he kept stealing it from me. So I had text Phil earlier in the day and told him about that. And he said, and I was asking him which vape shops carry it. He told me Naples Vapors does. And he said, but if you don't find it there, I have some extra coils here if you want to stop by. And then, he doesn't read my following text 2 hours later.
Well, so Jennifer, we talked earlier, and Jennifer has graciously agreed to go first in sharing our recipes today.
Yes, I want to go first because I am in a
Alright.
bachelor's pad, and there's never no telling what the hell's, who's going to come home with what and what kind of sounds will be coming out in the background. So I'll do this.
So hit it.
Let's hit it. So I love peaches, and my favorite peach to work with is a combination of peaches actually is yellow peach from Capella and apricot from FA together to me make a really delicious peach. So those are the peaches I work with. I used and I know that this is not in the order that it is in the ATF, but just so you can see what I was thinking. So I used yellow peach at 3.5% because it's a brighter peach. It's sweeter, but it's not candy. And so that's my main peach. But once you add the apricot at 1.75, it gives it a kind of cooked peach taste. And I really debated on using liquid amber, but then I decided against it because it's a bakery. So I had the apricot at 1% and I boosted it to 1.75% to deepen the yellow peach some. I know it's almost like working against each other, but that's a really good combination. After that, to give it the syrupy effect, like when it sits in syrup without giving it a candy flavor, I use golden syrup from VTA at 1.5 because that's kind of dark, but it's kind of jammy. And it's not like a brown sugar. It's really weird how it works well with peaches. Maybe not weird, but it's a good combination. Then I wanted the crust, right? I want it kind of like a flaky crust, but I want it to be a little bit mushy because, it's sitting inside of an ice cream. So I just decided that FA graham crust is a really good flaky crust that can kind of come off as a pie crust of sorts. It doesn't have a lot of cinnamon. It doesn't have a lot of added spices or anything. So it's just, to me, it's really good. And that was the crusty bits that you see on the outside with the peaches. And for my ice cream, I use vanilla ice cream gelato from FA at 2.5%. And I topped it off with a little bit of fresh cream to tone down a little bit of the vanilla, but still giving it, still giving it a milky feel to it. And that's my recipe, and I really am enjoying it.
Awesome. This looks really good. I like how looks like a little bit of a darker kind of tone there with the Bavarian cream and the golden syrup.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say Bavarian cream, didn't I? Yeah, that's in there too. It's part of my ice cream.
Nice.
Yeah, and it is darker. It is darker. It's more of a cooked peaches, and then the ice cream is not a straight up, it's not a vanilla bean ice cream. It's just like a vanilla-ish ice cream, deep and thick, and like a glob of it, but with some melted milk around it. I mean, I tried to go for the picture.
It looks good. Yeah.
About 7 days steep, guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. That Capella Yellow Peach, I don't have too much experience with that. Is that more of like a heavier, kind of basier peach, like a syrupy peach?
No, it's not syrupy. It's
bright
like
and fleshy.
Yeah, it's bright and fleshy.
Okay.
It's bright. And then the apricot is deeper and darker peach. So, I mean, it's just a good contrast with each other. Like you can get the bits and pieces, like let's say some of the peaches got cooked well, but you still have some crunchy, fresh peach in there. I mean, it's just, they work really well together.
Very nice. This looks tasty.
I hope you like it. I hope somebody mixes it. If they do, star it. Give me a comment, even if you don't like it.
That's right. Criticism is just as important as sometimes more important than I love this. This is fantastic. So
Well, sometimes when you make peaches and you add creams, it gets a funkiness to it. So I'm
mhm.
very particular with my peaches and cream because of that, trying to avoid that. It's like almost like they clash if you use too candy of a peach.
Yeah. Definitely.
Or-
Yeah, you have to be
Or
careful.
maybe it's just my taste buds. I don't know.
No, you
Yeah.
have to be careful because peach is such a like kind of a top heavy, like sometimes astringent, not always, but like a bright flavor, and then you got the ice cream, which is a very heavy, rich. And
Yeah, and I
they-
darkened my peach with the apricot,
yeah,
So
no,
I didn't the brightness. I think that I just don't like bright flavors with creams. I think it's me.
cool. Yeah, I never would have thought to put golden syrup in with this, but that's a great idea.
I like it.
Yum. All right, who would like to go next?
Don't
Okay.
everybody scream at once.
I'll go next since no one's volunteering. I did the it's on the MIXINVIXENS account, Millen Icons Peach Cobbler a la mode. And mine's very simple but very tasty. I did the peach, I did 2% TFA nectarine because we talked about it last week. And 5% Wonder Flavors peach pie and cream. I love this peach flavor. It's so good. And I just really bumped it up. I wanted it to be very peachy. And it doesn't have too much pie like note to it. It does have a good cream, but not much bakery. So I supplemented that with 2% Capella sugar cookie to give it more of like a cobbler feel. And then I just doused it in ice cream. You see the picture. It looks like it's just swimming in an ocean of ice cream. So I use 4% TFA vanilla bean ice cream with this. And it tastes just like the picture to me. Like I get the bakery notes from the sugar cookie. It's peachy enough, and you get this TFA vanilla bean ice cream. To me, it's a very heavy, very buttery, rich ice cream, and it's tasty. It's really good.
How long is your steep time?
Oh, thank you for bringing that up because it's really important. Because the first few days I tried this, I was just like, meh, like it's not bad, but it's okay. But then I came back to it 6 days later. I came back to it today, and it just really just blossomed, and it just turned into a holy mix, and it's amazing. So I would give it 6 days before you judge it.
It's probably the ice cream. Probably the ice cream had to blend into the peaches.
Yeah. Because before the ice cream was just like drowning out the peach. Like there was some peach there, but it wasn't like it wasn't standing out like I wanted it to. And then you give it a week and it's there. And to me, nectarine is just really good blended with any peach flavor, really. I just like peach pie and cream because it's very smooth. It's a very good peach flavor.
Yeah, and I really debated on using that apricot and boosting it with nectarine, but then I didn't want it to be. I wanted the syrup to be cooked sugar versus the syrup in a peach can. You know what I mean? And that's what nectarine tastes like to me. It's like peaches in a can.
Yeah.
Juice and syrup.
Has nectarine changed at all in the years? Because the last time I tried it was probably like 2012.
I don't know. I just got it
hated
a few months ago. And I really enjoy it. I never use it as a main note. It's always accenting another peach because it just seems to fix what's wrong with a lot of peach flavors. And kind of
there was just something really off about it when I first got it, and I never used it again. I threw it out, and I've never ordered it again.
Well, I'll tell you what nectarine does have. It's got an alcohol. It's got alcohol notes in it. So if you don't let that steep, you are going to get a little bit of that medicinal taste in the beginning until it sits out a little bit, because I think it's suspended in alcohol. I mean, it's got a higher level of alcohol content than some other flavors.
Good to know.
And that's why it's restricted for shipping as well.
I might have to pick up a 10 mil of it just to try
just
it again,
give it
because it's been a few years since I tried it. It was just ugh. But I think it's funny. We both use peach pie and cream.
Yeah, it's a good flavor.
I hadn't tried it yet, and I tried to actually build my own cobbler and everything with different peaches, and I didn't have yellow peach from Capella, so I couldn't use that. And I was like, ah. And so I tried building 3 different ones, and they all turned out really bad. So I mixed another one today.
Oh,
And
you mixed a new one today?
I used the peach pie and cream, and it actually came out really good, and it's a decent shake and vape. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. Steep though.
All right, well let's
Pull
check
mine
out
up
yours then.
if you don't mind, James. For
And there's
mine,
something totally to be said about being able to make a peach that is shake and vape.
yeah. I went with the Flavor Art apple pie with just a 0.5% to kind of bump those crust notes up.
Yeah.
And I know apple pie, if you go up over 1%, it has to steep because there is something funky in that flavor. So I stuck with 0.5% because I'm like, well, this is going to be shake and vape because I'm mixing it today. I went 1% apricot from Flavor Art because I knew that's a soft, able to be vaped immediately kind of peachy flavor. And I took a chance with the Wonder Flavors peach pie and cream at 3.15%. I'm sorry for the 0.15%. I overdripped.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
I was like, I'm going to try to be accurate here. I overdripped a little, so this is what it is. I went 1% with Capella's Peaches and Cream V2. I've had the V1 before, and it was okay. And I figured the little bit of cream notes that are in there would kind of help with the overall cream of the mix. And the peaches and peaches and cream are closer to yellow peach than they are juicy peach. So I figured that would be enough peach in there to really round the whole peach flavor out. And then 1.15%, again, I overdripped with vanilla cream from Vape Train to round out the cream flavors. I was trying to go as simple as possible since I wasn't building it all on its own. And I wanted to try to go with stuff I know I can shake and vape. So the 2 questionable ones I had there was the V2 peaches and cream and the peach pie and cream. And those are actually really good. And I'm not getting a whole lot of cream notes, but I'm also cream blind. My hubby got cream notes out of it. I didn't. The peach is right where I want it, kind of a cooked, sweet, soft peach. And I can get just a little bit of the crust crumble. So I'd probably give this a 7-day steep for normal steeping
your
time.
peaches will all tone together more with that. And I know that you're cream blind, but I would think that peaches and cream will do it.
Yeah, there's 3 different creams in there, so it should have some cream for the non-cream blind.
Right.
Yeah, I've never had the peaches and cream from Vanilla or Capella, either the V1 or V2. So I don't know like how much cream is there, but that Vape Train vanilla cream gets real creamy and rich. It's a nice flavor to use.
Yeah, and only at 1.15. Well, if you just do 1%, it shouldn't overpower it. That's what I was aiming for, just that background note of cream. Like if you took a scoop full of the cobbler, the peach, and a little bit of cream, that's what you're going to get.
I've used the Capella peaches and cream, both of them. And I'm telling you, that's one of those flavors that is almost a one shot. You can add another peach or some apricot and, a little extra cream, and it's an almost one shot. It's not great, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
By itself.
So just adding a little bit of extra stuff to it, and it comes out pretty good.
Nice. This looks really good too. Sorry.
It's okay.
Agrees.
Puppy.
Someone got home. All right. Who would like to go next?
I'll go so we don't have to wait. I also used the Wonder Flavors. I tried to build not using it, and it did not work out well at all. The peach was like almost astringent. I don't know. It was weird. So I used that as the base at 3%, and then I added a lot to it. So for like the crumble, like syrupy, the cinnamon sugar kind of thing inside, I did the brown sugar from CFA at 1.25%, cinnamon sugar from Capella at 1%, pie crust from Flavor West at 1%, just to boost up that crumble part of it, because I don't get any pie or even cream from the Wonder Flavors. I don't know why. I just pretty much get peach. Then I added Honey Peach by Jungle Flavors at 1% because I wasn't getting quite enough of the peach flavor. And then 2% of Vanilla Ice Cream by Liquid Barn because it has a nice buttery note to it that I felt would work well with making that crumble. Because to me, like the crumble is like very buttery and I don't know. But yeah, it turned out well. This is probably like the 10th time I've tried to make a peach cobbler because I tried to make it before. So it gave me a little bit of an edge figuring it out because I already knew what did not work for me. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, where's all the brown sugar? Like, I don't see any brown sugar or flour caramel or anything. And so having that, seeing you do that, it makes a lot of sense, but to give it a little bit of a darker sweetness. And I like that you use the honey peach to accent the peach pie and cream because that's a real like syrupy kind of smoother peach as well.
And you have a hard time with peaches, don't you, Ren?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's only like 3 or 4 peach type flavors I can do. I contemplated using the TFA nectarine, but I already knew at least one of you were gonna do it, so I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna do the honey peach and see how it turns out. Plus, I already know I don't have issues with that flavor.
I kind of figured JJ would throw some apricot in her mix, but then I didn't care. I knew I needed to use it. What I didn't know is that she would use yellow peach if she wouldn't have had the other one.
Yeah.
Well, your recipe looks good. It actually looks very interesting. It's a good combo. Definitely something I would mix. It's not, you said you added a bunch of stuff. You did not add a bunch of stuff.
This coming from you.
Friend, I was gonna say, friend, this is a big recipe, she's like
generally my flavors are like 3 and usually around 4 is what I tend to do.
Well, this is definitely not a bunch. I was waiting for you to start naming off more stuff. I was like, that's it? That's a bunch?
Maybe one day I'll just put it like everything I own into a mix just for you.
Well, I knew peach wouldn't be it because you already have a hard time with me. I was like, well, so when you said a bunch, I was like, what'd she do? Drown it in milk?
Well, 6 is a bunch for me.
It's beautiful.
But it looks very well balanced, and I love that, just that little bit of Capella cinnamon sugar in there.
Yeah. It's a really nice flavor because I have the issue, I think, with like Winstead has, where cinnamons get like bitter, metallic, like she says, the penny situation.
Yeah.
And I don't get that from that flavor. It's a really nice cinnamon. The only other cinnamon I can do is the Flavora, but it's hard to control.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, I mean, that penny taste can ruin anything. So, I mean, I don't know if I have that cinnamon sugar cookie, but I need to try it. I think I do have it. I just think I have it mixed with it because, I'm always scared of using cinnamon since I get that nasty aftertaste. The only thing I can use with cinnamon is what is that? Horchata. And I don't know if it's the cream that eliminates that penny taste. I don't know.
I think it just depends on which molecule they're using for the cinnamon.
Yeah, this Capella cinnamon sugar is a really nice kind of mellow bakery cinnamon. That's sweet, It's
How much bakery do you get out of that though?
No, there's no bakery in it. It's just like the cinnamon sugar, like
that
spice.
You would use in a bakery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of similar to Flavora rich cinnamon, a little bit sweeter, and like Rin said, it's more workable, like you can fudge it a little bit. You don't have to just have one drop too much and then, oh crap, it's nothing but cinnamon.
It reminds me, it's a little dry. It's a little bit dry like Flavor West cinnamon.
So it's not like the cinnamon inside of their cinnamon
Danish swirl. No.
Danish
No.
swirl.
It is
I
not.
can't stand that cinnamon Danish
Me
swirl.
I
neither.
can't either.
No, it's very nice, and it works really well in bakeries. You can put it in your crusts, like it's part of the rin shell,
Yeah.
like an apple pie type situation. Like you could easily turn this into an apple cobbler just by switching some things around. It's just a really nice cinnamon sugar to work with. And
Gotcha.
it has like the little bit of sweetness that helps too.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by it. So I think I might mix this just to check it out to see how that cinnamon does with everything else. Just because that, it really, I would be mixing it not so much for the peach cobbler, but just to see how that cinnamon does for me. And this will be a recipe that I think
you need to mix up anything that uses rin shell because it's a perfect way to use that flavor.
maybe I will.
You can do my
Sounds like-
apple thingy, my apple tart.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Gee,
Me.
I wonder.
Let me go, let me go, let me go, 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 let me go, let me go, go.
Whoop, whoop.
So no surprise to anybody. I actually made my recipe last week with Jennifer Jarvis on her show because we were doing fruits and creams, and I had an idea and I just wanted to go with it. And I thought I might change it because I'm normally not a peach fan, but off the shake, I was really impressed with it. And needless to say, I did not change it. I
Nice.
left it alone, and I have mixed about 200 mLs of it now because it's become very popular in the house.
Oh, so you vape 200 mLs of it, or your hubby has?
My hubby only helped a little bit. This is how much I have left of a 60 ml to make.
I just was putting you on the spot to see how much of it you have vaped.
No, he definitely helped a little bit because he's off on the weekends, so he'll come back and he'll reach for whatever I'm vaping on and help me along with any of my mixes. But I went with apricot to help some of the peaches along. I used apricot by FA at 0.12%. Cream by Flavora. Don't worry, it's not a weird percent because you just use cream by Flavora at 1%. Honey Peach by Jungle Flavors, 0.16. And I used a combo of peaches here. This is why they're really low. Peach Super Concentrate Real Flavors at 0.76. Peach Pie and Cream at 1.12. And I have an issue with a lot of peaches. So I wanted to try layering 3 peaches at low percents to see what would happen here, because these are normally the 3 that I recommend to people. And then ice cream by Liquid Barn. I use that at 4.78%. And it is a shake and vape, and I am quite impressed with it. It did not change much over a week.
Nice. What's that? The Real Flavors peach like? I don't think I've ever tried that one.
For me, it was the first peach that I ever bought, and I actually really liked it because it was super mild, and I'm sensitive to peaches. But for me, it tastes like a authentic mild peach. Like it's not too in your face. In my I don't know. It's the one that I tend to recommend to a lot of people. I don't do a lot of single flavor mixes. I just kind of mix it into stuff and see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Flavor Arts peach without the throat raisers.
I was just gonna ask, is it smooth? Is it something Rin could vape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why I chose it. Is it's one of the few peaches that doesn't kill me in my throat.
Yeah, I didn't use it because it's like, well, Real Flavors is not so easy to come by right now.
Yeah.
It was confirmed that
Wah-wah.
peach is being carried over though, so we're
Yeah.
solid there.
Oh,
Well,
is it?
and some places still have it available, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. That's
And
good.
You
You
picked
can
a
still
great
get it.
ice
Get it
cream.
while you can.
Yeah, get it while you can. You picked a
Yeah.
great ice cream for that too. That Liquid Barn ice cream. I almost used that because it's very as well, very buttery and rich and deep of an ice cream.
Unless you're a pepper taster.
Unless yeah.
You get
Yeah,
pepper
while I
for
was
that?
on the show with Jennifer Jarvis, I handed it over to Mr. Loomy before he left for work, and you could just see clouds going past me, and I was like, "You like it?" He's like, "Yeah," but I don't tell him what it is. I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "Tastes like a peach milkshake," and I was going, "Well, okay,
Close enough.
peach is an ice cream. This works."
Yeah, awesome.
Sometimes people they can't pick up on the stuff that we can. Like I
Yeah.
gave my dad a mix and he's like, "Oh, is this Apple Jacks?" I'm like, no. Nowhere close, but he's like, "It's good." I'm like, "Okay, I guess it's something."
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely handed something to somebody and said, "What is this?" I don't know. It's like grape. I'm like, no, those are blueberries. You know, or it would have been really wild if it was like, no, that's strawberry.
I'm lucky. My hubby actually normally can taste most of the things.
That's good. It's good that you have a reliable taster. Yeah, I don't have anyone to help me taste things either because there's a couple vapors, but like my wife and a friend, like they're just like, it's good. I'm like, okay, what do you taste? It's sweet. Like, okay.
Oh, it's sweet. Yeah, I get that too. I get the it's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet. Like, okay, well.
Or I get that's too sweet when it's got no cream in it, you know? And it's not that it's any sweeter, it's just not a creamy vape. So their perception is of something sweet.
Yep.
I have a really hard time getting my husband's attention, and it seems the best way to get his attention is if I yell, "Hey, guinea pig." He will come trooping through the house so goddamn quick to come test out what I'm trying.
Nice.
I can yell Nick all night long for help if I'm like on the floor or something. Nothing. Guinea pig.
Guinea pig, he comes running.
Yeah, the power of the vape, right?
Yep. Team free shit.
Team free shit.
Awesome. These all look really good. And we did have, everyone went, right? Okay, we did have a couple of people play along with us. So we can go over those. I'll just go right down the list of kind of order of appearance. The first one, Sam. We can always count on Sam to play along with us. I am Sam on ELR and in here, and he did a stupid little peach shoes. Okay, so he used 1.6% Flavora apple filling, 0.6% FA cream fresh, 0.4% Flavora granola, 7% peach pie and cream, 0.2% rich cinnamon, 0.5% Capella super sweet, 2% Capella sweet mango, 3% CFA vanilla bean ice cream, and then 2% of FA vanilla ice cream. He says,
"Can you tell he's my apprentice with all those flavors?"
Yeah. Yeah, right?
You weren't here when he had like 10. Or
my gosh. Yeah, that's right. You missed last week.
Yeah, but I watched it. I watched it. I was laughing my ass off.
Well, you shouldn't have been watching it or laughing your ass off because you were driving.
Well, I was listening. I wasn't really watching, right?
Or in the chat. Yeah, you totally were not in the chat.
Yeah, not at all.
My daughter literally took my phone from me. And then when I snatched it back, she took her phone and logged in to damn YouTube to tell on me. I was like, get off your phone. She's a trip. She's like, you make me nervous. I'm in here too.
You know, a lot of flavors or not. This looks pretty good. I never thought of putting some sweet mango in there. But mango and peach go so well together.
Oh man, I had to refrain really hard from not putting mango in mine because I always put them together. It really took a lot out of me not to add mango to my mix because I wanted to do that too.
He's got the spice too there with the apple filling. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I love that he was leaned into that peaches pie and cream and did it with 7%. Because you can do 6-7%, no problem. I only did 5, but like it's not one of their super concentrate flavors, so you can really bump it up. All right. So Cindy is next, aka Goose Girl on all the flavors. She did a peach pie nog, and hers is quite a few flavors as well. So bear with me here. We've got 0.75% Jungle Flavors Churro, 1.5% Flavora Eggnog, 1% Hankson Juicy Peach, 1% Inawera Peach, 0.25% Flavora Persimmon. Oh, she did a Leilani trick. 0.25% Flavora Persimmon Spice, 2% one-on-one Pie Crust, 0.15% Capella Super Sweet. Ooh, and then 3% Vape Train Toffee Ice Cream. This looks really interesting, Goose Girl.
That toffee ice cream sounds amazing.
Oh my
with
gosh,
peaches.
it's such a good flavor. And you know, I really like that new Jungle Flavors churro, and I never would have thought of putting it in something like this. There's a really good balance of cinnamon and sweetness, and you do get like this fried bakery element to it that I think would make a great cobbler. Well done.
Wait, what brand was that? I'm sorry,
Jungle
I'm on my phone,
Flavors.
so I can't see it. Okay, got it.
Jungle Flavors churro.
Yeah, I imagine it does something similar to the cinnamon sugar, and then having that added fried note is even better.
Yeah, this looks really good, Goose Girl. Good job.
What does the persimmon do?
I haven't used it myself, but I know Leilani uses it to give the peach like a little bit of sometimes it needs a little bit of a bite. Like stone fruits can be kind of like mellow and fleshy. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Goose Girl, but I think persimmon kind of just gives it a little bit of brightness.
Yeah, I would think that you are on the right track, Emily, without knowing any different, because persimmon does have a peach note in it, and it's brighter though, and it's not quite peach, but it's sweet. I mean, it's a good flavor. It's not a flavor I would use as a main note, but it's a flavor I would use along with other peaches or mangoes or something like that. Some people are really sensitive to the throat hit from it though.
Yeah, it's not something for wimpy throats for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that churro's good. You got to get it, Dimlin. It's or Demilin. I keep mispronouncing your name. It's a good flavor, that churro. I just got it. I don't know if it's new or if it was new to E-cig Express, but I just got it myself about a month ago, and I really like it. I should use it more often because it's pretty delicious. All right, and then the last but not least is Frank, which I believe is Daytime Frank on ELR. Yes, he played along this week. He did a peach cobbler a la mode. He even used the hashtag MIXINVIXENS. Way to go, bud. I love that. So he did 2% FA apple pie. He did 0.5% Capella cinnamon sugar, 0.5% FA liquid amber, 3% mullenberry nectar peach, 1.5% TFA pie crust, 3% TFA vanilla bean ice cream, and then he used 2% Capella yellow peach. Too. So another really good looking recipe. I haven't tried that nectar peach from Mullenberry.
I haven't tried that either. Yes, I have. I've tried it. I think it's close to the Capella yellow peach. It's got a little bit of a difference in it, but I think it's close to the Capella yellow peach.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like that. A little bit with the apple pie and a little bit of that cinnamon sugar. And and the good old old school trick of putting a little bit of liquid amber there to kind of cook your fruits. I bet that is really tasty. Good job, Frank.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for
I saw Frank last week at the rally too. There was a group of mixers. There was Liana was there, and Frank and Wayne and folk art, and I saw Steam. And I think that's it. There was other mixers, but I mean, those were all there last week, so that was really cool meeting them in person. Yeah, he was there. He was there, and he was all bubbly, and he was just not exactly what I was imagined him to be, but he's Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky in person, man. He's Mr. Friendly.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for playing along with us. We love seeing what you guys come up with. It's always a lot of fun when we get participation from you guys. Next week's profile. This is interesting. Let's see, do we remember who submitted this? Jeff Lawson. Jeff Lawson submitted this. Oh no, ID10T. Jeff Lawson was the peach cobbler. ID10T submitted this next week's profile. It kind of looks like a wedding cake, or like a cake for like a fancy bridal shower or something. It's got like
I don't know. It looks like pistachios to me.
You can put it on. Yeah, it looks like pistachios to me as well. I was gonna go towards that, but it looks pretty darn good. So that'll be fun.
It could be a floral cake though.
It could be. It's got flowers on it. It could have some floral in it, I suppose.
You could do a plate.
You didn't.
Yeah,
you submitted that recipe of the spoon and the tablecloth, so you can fuck right off.
Hey, if you want the spoon, you can do the cinnamon. Get that nice metallic flavor.
Yep.
It'd be like copper.
Well, close enough. It's vape. Use your imagination.
Don't spoon shame me. I'll spoon the way I want.
That's right.
Well,
all right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and letting us go over our delicious recipes and giving us an awesome reason to mix every week. Every
week, even when we're not in the mood, we think of you guys and we think we've got to do it for the fans, for the friends, for the peoples.
Yeah. Oh, DeMillan said it could be an Andy's mint ice cream cake. It totally could.
Holy crap. It damn sure can.
It sure could. All right, but we are headed out of here, guys. Let's thank our sponsors, and we'll see you next week. So, Favora, thank you very much, and Bull City Flavors, thank you very much. Our new sponsor up here in Canada, flavorstogo.ca. And thank you, Scott, for hooking us up with our MIXINVIXENS All the Flavors account, which you should find all of our recipes. And Wayne, thank you so much for putting us on your podcast network. We really appreciate it. Everyone have a good rest of your week. We'll see you next weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye.